we don't always realize all our flaws either. Like we sometimes we don't even see them as flaws. Other people see them as flaws and we see them as benefits. Like there's all sorts of things like that. Like you can have someone who's smaller and they think, oh, I like being smaller, or somebody who's taller and they like being that way. Whereas another person goes, oh, I'd hate to be that tall, or I'd hate to be that short, or I'd hate to be, whatever that way. But it doesn't matter because it's all about how you interpret it. And, you know, it's perspective because, the other thing too is you become normalized to your situation. There's a saying I heard a very long time ago, which was if you gave up all your flaws and took someone else's, you would immediately want yours back. Mm. Because you wouldn't be comfortable with all of their flaws and their things that are holding them back, right? So they've become comfortable with them. They've normalized them. They've figured out how to do life with them. You haven't, but you figured out how to do life with your flaws, and those you've become somewhat comfortable with. So, there's something about that too, right? Is like, I think, it's actually, now that we're kind of going down this line a little bit, Evan, comparison seems to be something that's coming up for me with this whole talk too. Comparing, like I'm apologizing because I'm not the same as this person, or I don't add up to that person, or whatever. And also perfectionism is that person's perfect and I'm not, and this is why I'm not, because I'm comparing myself to that person. And I feel like those two things can show up with comparison as well, and they can come back as like daggers at us, right? And that's why comparison, we have to be very, very careful not to give into it. And it can be seductive